All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Does It Toggle? If you haven't been here before, my name's Andrew. I am your resident Does It Toggle host. And on this stream, we are looking at some cool new technologies and seeing if the DevCycle platform can easily be used with these tools and these languages. Now, if you haven't been here in a little while, or you've been here for the last few streams, you'll know that our last few Does It Toggle streams have been with our friends at OneSignal. Today is a non-OneSignal stream. Today we're going to be checking out a pretty cool new technology called AlpineJS. If you've never heard of it before, I am such a huge fan, so I'm going to tell you all about that. But before we get into that, I need to get some screen shares up. I'm super excited today as well because we are streaming on 3 different platforms. We're streaming on YouTube, on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, and on Twitch. So super excited to be on all of these different locations. And then this stream recording will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards. So there'll be lots of opportunities to take a look at this. I'm also getting used to a new monitor setup. So I might move my camera over here. And maybe then I'll be looking at you more. I've got like too many things set up here. So if you are watching right now, please let me know if you are able to hear in the chat, if the audio is okay, if the music is too loud, or anything like that. That would be great. It's a little bit loud for me, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I'm going to be talking to myself for the next hour, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, so if you're in chat, be sure to say hey, either on YouTube or anywhere else. Yeah, we're gonna kind of jump into it. This is a live coding stream, so I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of promo. We don't have a really big laid out plan for what today is gonna look like. But I do just want to, before we really kick things off, just kind of explain the 2 technologies that we're kind of looking at today. So let me pull up my screen. Duplicate. And let's pull up DevCycle. All right. So if you are a first-time visitor, oh, maybe I want to go with this one. There we go. If you are a first-time stream watcher, so this stream, Does It Toggle, is hosted by DevCycle. DevCycle is a feature flag management platform, really focused on developer experience. I'm a developer advocate that works for DevCycle, which means my job is to engage with you and show you how you can use DevCycle, which is kind of our focus today. So obviously technology number 1 is going to be DevCycle that we're using today. We might use the CLI, we might use the dashboard. I'm not really sure. We're going to use some technologies out there today. And then the other one, the one that I'm really, really excited about is this right here. This simple page that I have up here, AlpineJS. This is like my favorite JavaScript framework because it actually helps me realize that I might actually be able to program, which I'm not always confident that I can. And for any of you people that have watched streams before, you'll know that I'm a big PHP fan. And so my kind of stack, as it were, is made up of 4 technologies. So Tailwind, which I'm sure most of you have heard of. So Tailwind, AlpineJS is the second one. And then Livewire, which is sort of an Ajax alternative. And then the Laravel framework in PHP. So the tall stack is my favorite. So Alpine built by the same person who built Livewire. So we might look at some Livewire stuff when we go through the docs today. But yeah, so this is what we're going to be looking at today. AlpineJS, we're going to be looking at how AlpineJS works. We're going to be looking at, can you add a feature flag into AlpineJS? How hard is it to add a feature flag into AlpineJS? And then sort of integrating the DevCycle platform. And then, yeah, we're just going to kind of play around today. So because I'm really focused on playing around today, we're actually going to be using a different tool. So a lot of the time I would use VS Code because I want to show you the yeah, I like working in places where people are already working. A lot of people are working in VS Code. Today, I actually want to use Replit. If you've never used Replit before, it's a cloud IDE, so very similar to sort of any of the other code in a browser. So Gitpod is another version, really good. That's kind of VS Code in the cloud. I might look at Gitpod today too, actually. Maybe we'll look at Gitpod. We'll decide. But I'm going to start with Replit because I think it's really fun. And I'm going to zoom in. I also like the guys at Replit, the team at Replit, make cool things. It's free to sign up for all three of these tools. AlpineJS, obviously, free framework. DevCycle, free platform. And Replit, free platform. There's some good things, bad things you get. There's desktop apps for a lot of these things as well. But yeah, let's get and create a REPL. I'm just going to, because of the nature of Alpine, I'm gonna use just like a simple HTML, CSS, JS. So for all of you that are hoping that this would be like a React or a Vue webinar, does toggle, like, no, not today. Not today. Today is just going to be a very simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yeah, I'm just going to call this. I'll actually share this out for anybody that's interested. Afterwards, does take toggle Alpine. Yes. If you're in chat, if you're just arriving, hello, I'm Andrew. We're going in. We are trying to see if we can add a feature flag to an AlpineJS project. Look at this. I love it. Let's close this. We're not going to be deploying anything today. There we go. Good. You're gone. Okay, so first things first, let's kind of get to know the IDE that we're working in. If you've never used Replit before, files on the side over here, pretty straightforward. You got different tools down here. There's like AI built in, so you can ask questions like just like every other platform right now. You can deploy right from here. There's a cost. There's authentication. There's some chat features. You can do a lot of collaborative stuff in here. We've got our shell. You can add packages directly in from here. I wonder, actually, can I add AlpineJS as a package in here? Oh, I can. So I will be adding my AlpineJS maybe in here. We'll see. We're not going to do that right away. And then you've got things in here. Yeah, so there's Git built in here. There's also another. Where are you hiding? Well, I guess I don't have it set up because this is just basic, but you also have the ability to have like environment variables and all the rest of that fun stuff in here. So worth checking out. Again, I cannot say enough good things about Replit. It's just a very, very cool platform. Okay, so let's make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see. Maybe not that big. All right, and please, a badge in your full browser view back to your REPL's cover page. Try various colors. This script places a badge. I don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need the deploy. We just need a really simple. And actually, I don't need any of this. I don't need this script.js. I'm gonna get rid of it, but I don't actually need it. I'm gonna get rid of this. And add it into my header. I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm actually gonna use. I'm gonna use Tailwind too because I like Tailwind. So let's go grab Tailwind. And if you've never used Tailwind before, it is basically the best. Well, I don't know. What's the description? It's like, hold on, docs. Yes, I just did the wrong. Oh, it's because I'm in Tailwind UI. Tailwind CSS. Yeah, utility first. That's the term I was looking for. So utility first, CSS framework. Just a lot of fun to use. So let's go in here and add CSS into our project. We're just going to use the CDN. So so most of the time they want you to pull Tailwind in through NPM or NPX, whatever. But I like using the CDN just because it's real fast. And we can kind of add everything within our actual sort of head file. So let me copy that. Actually, let's copy this whole thing. I guess we can. Let's just do this. Where are you hiding? Let's just grab all of that. There we go. So that should be working now. Let's close packages. And we don't need our shell. Let's go to web view. Hello world. Let's run this. There we go. Clifford. By the way, if you don't get that reference, you're very young. It's like a Clifford color, Clifford the big red dog. And you can see here that sort of because we're using Tailwind Play and we're kind of pulling this in. So all of these are utility classes. And then you can define specific utility classes like colors with Clifford. And I could define any other colors that I wanted, which I'm not going to do today because it's not what we're here for. But we might actually keep that. Maybe we might actually keep Clifford because that might be my feature flag that I'm going to add. Yeah, what are we going to do? Oh, now we need to go and add AlpineJS in here. And this is what I love about AlpineJS too. I mean, yes, you can pull it in lots of other ways, but you can also just use a script. Started, got that. And, oh, so going back. Script up, wrong place for the script. Wrong place. I think CSS first. Actually add it in there instead of blank space. So if you're here and you're in chat, be sure to say hello. There we go. We got JS in there. And let's do what it recommends. Let me pull my JS docs over here. I actually need Twitch open. Don't need that. I don't need Twitter open either. Close that. I just want to make sure that everything's running. Close. All right. Yeah, and let's grab this H1. But this is a good, smart CSS. This is like hello world. It should have been like I love Tailwind. Let's go. Have that over here in. Just replace that, but I'm going to steal those classes. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Run this. All right, so there we go. So we have, can I lint this? Can I lint chat? If you are here and you know how to lint in here, I guess I got rid of it up here anyways. Can you format? And here's some Python support. I don't have to deal with these things myself. Terrible. Change tab. I don't want to do that. There's a package. Indentation detection. Minimap wrapping. Rulers, keybinds, code completion. We want that. Theme. What do we like here? Spooky. Actually, do want to change my theme here. Penguin. Ooh, no. Sorry, this is unnecessary for us today, but keep it our Apple dark mode. We're going to use it for today. I may come to regret this decision. Oh, yeah. Sorry, chat. I very much need to change this theme. Just back to dark. Okay. Show white space, code intelligence. So I'm getting autocomplete. Wrapping, indentation detections, side, keyboard shortcuts. I don't know. I guess we're not going to worry about that. I'm just going to let it be poorly formatted. Or I guess it's not poorly formatted. We'll just have to deal with this. So here we go. Now, this is our AlpineJS working here already. And so let's kind of look at how this is working. So again, we're pulling in our Tailwind. We're defining this color with Tailwind. We're not here for Tailwind today, though. We got our Alpine, we're pulling it in through our script. You can set this up with whatever package you're using. And then here's the thing that I love. So one of the things that Alpine, the way that they really kind of upsell their tooling is this idea that you can compose behavior directly in your markup. And now what's interesting is I have been hearing a lot about HTMX recently. So like I've never tried it. And if you haven't heard of HTMX, this is HTMX. So similar idea, you can get things like Ajax and transitions and WebSockets and all the rest of these things sort of inside your markup, so inside the HTML. And so Alpine is kind of doing a similar thing, but I arguably think it's doing it better. I find it really simple, and it really is. Like, it's 15 attributes, 6 properties, and 2 methods. Like, that's it. That's it for this entire thing. We're going to look at these today. We're going to look about adding feature flags into here. It's going to be fun. We're going to do some stuff. All right, back over here. So here's the fundamental the way this works. So you can define data in this X data property, I guess. It's a property. I think it is. No, I guess that's considered an attribute. It's an attribute data. So in this X data attribute, we can define a bunch of variables. So here we've kind of defined iHeartAlpine. You can also define iHeartAllStack. And just run this, and then just gonna update here. There we go. And then there's a bunch of different attributes that allow for you to use this. So like this X text is just kind of taking the data that's contained in this message and displaying it within this H1 tag. And that's it. It's super simple. It's very lightweight and does some things that I think if you did this in vanilla JavaScript, it would be very difficult. Well, maybe not more difficult, but more wordy. So vanilla JavaScript define text. Yeah, so like here's basically the way that you would have to do that same task if you were doing something in vanilla JavaScript. So I think I can actually do it here. Yeah, let's actually do this. Let's go in and see how kind of easy this is. All right, let's go inner HTML. Okay, let's go back over here just so we can see it. I mean, if you know JavaScript, you've probably seen this before, but if you haven't, it is interesting to you. So let's do div here. Let's have script. I think that's script inside the body. And eggs are just before closing body tag, so I thought. Okay, so let's go script here. Okay, so here's kind of the same thing that we just saw, and I'm gonna define this as ID is so yeah, so you can see here that this part but for a while, the vanilla JS was actually a thing. So it was fine. Vanilla JS. Oh, I aren't. Oh, yes. And let's try and cancel. Right. Okay, so there we go. We got the same thing there. And then let's see if we can add the same styling here. So if I wanted to add the same styling, we're 3XL, font bold, underline. So let's go and add some style stuff up here. Okay, so we're going to define, look at you. All right. I love / hate that this does all of these things for you. Also detect other things. Okay, so we need it to be underlined. Text decoration. Oh, I just call this. Let's do that's 3XL. That's 3XL. 5. Okay. Oh, and did it picked up the font? Wait, hold on. Finish it. 700. Is it just 700? Okay, let's call this class equals JS. Let's see if this does it. Oh, I don't want to do background text color or just color. Okay, so here you can see, like this is basically, hold on, actually I need to make sure my audio is. Let's go Twitter profile. So we're live over here. Oh no, it is working. All right. Okay, close that. It's fine. Next font style is okay. So here we go. You can see here. So this is like literally. I mean, we don't even actually need this. In fairness, I don't need that. So I'm going to remove that because I want to show you just how easy this is. Because I can also define syntax Clifford. It does actually make it easier. I think I can actually just define that. Okay, so like here you go. Here's the difference between, and I'm actually even going to move this script just so you can see it all in sort of one place. Here. Okay, so here's the easy way, and here's the difficult way. So this right here does the same thing as pulling in these two CDNs and then just defining everything in here. So everything defined in one place, which I don't know about you, but I actually very much enjoy the fact that I don't have to jump back and forth between multiple places in my code to know what's going on. So that's kind of the power here, I think, of that Tailwind and Alpine combo is, and yeah, I think there's an argument that technically this is just abstracting things away, and technically under the hood it is doing all of these things. But I just think that there's a powerful, I think there's a powerful thing for developers that are looking to just like produce something really quick to do it this way. So let's jump back over here. I'm gonna get rid. Should I get rid of this? I just comment it out for now. Great, so we're back with AlpineJS. So let's look at some of the docs, because that's really where we should be starting all the time. It's just kind of looking through the docs. So we got a couple things here. So xdata, declaring a new Alpine component. So you can have like nested components within components, which is kind of cool here. I think it's cool anyways. You also can have xbind. So this is where you can do some logic around classes, which we are actually going to do, I think, for our feature flight. We're going to do some xbind stuff, which is cool. Xon, so browser events, Xtext, which you've already seen, so we can set things. Also, like, it's really cool. You can pull sort of native JavaScript methods and functions in here, which is really cool. XHTML is very similar to Xtext. It's very cool. Xmodel. I've never used Xmodel. Yeah, I've never used Xmodel. But that makes sense. Define the model. I'll synchronize a piece of data with an input element. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I have actually used this before. This is if you're doing an input. We can actually see what this looks like. Does it actually add an input? Yeah, it's a format to that. Two. And let's add a margin to the top there. All right. So hello world. So there you go. You can kind of see how that works. And that works kind of cool. Oh, let's add some. Maybe I'm gonna actually add this. Image body class. There's like some built-in things with CSS that are really good. Maybe it's in the template. Oh, their playground is good actually. That might be what I'm looking for. Just that base. There we go. Let's just grab that. Relative. Actually, doesn't really make a difference. It should be centered though. Hold on. Where is the centering? There's the relative HV white. Close that. Where are you by name? Relative PG white. Auto. That's my body. Just do it there. Oh, it is lending. All right. Okay, there we go. That's making me feel a little bit better. And then let's add some centering in here. Center. Go. And let's class this equals justify center. Justify item center. That might be flux. Justify flex. Wait, what? Input searching for. That's just my sentence. Data, yes. Input. Oh. Find refresh. Okay. And then space X. Let me pause this for 1 second. Make sure it doesn't pop up here. Okay, good. It's opening up the right one. sorry, I'm doing something here. I'm just posting a message in our general team channel. And close that again. Oh, we're done. Sorry, everybody. Why is SpaceX2 not working? Why is SpaceX2 input up? It's because this isn't wrapped. Okay, so there we go. Now we've added this in here. So you can kind of see what the X model looks like. And so that's wrapping into this X search. That's very cool. Let's head back over here and see what else we got going on. X show, we will do some X show stuff too. X transition, that's just to allow CSS transitions that you'd have to define in CSS, I think. Yeah. Maybe not actually. We might look into that. X4, that's for doing loops. Yep. A big block based on data. Xif, similar to Xshow, but actually like removes the entire block from there. So that is potentially more interesting. Yeah, Xinit is when it's initialized. Xeffect is similar to Xinit as well. Xref is really cool because it actually allows for you to reference very specific things. Well, actually, this is very cool here. Actually, hold on. Let me show you this one. I really like this. So let's get rid of this, or just actually just add this copy button. To here, and move this text. Yeah, that's already moved. All right, let's save that. Okay, so what's interesting here is like, hello world. So if I click this copy button now, you'll be able to see it, but I'll just do it over here on my okay, hello world goes in there. If I change this to hello, copy again, then go back in here. And again, you can see that copy works really well. Oh, hello world, hello chat. Ooh, does it keep adding to it? Interesting. Oh, no, it's clear. Now, copy. There you go. So that is that, which is kind of cool. I really like that. But I don't like this styling. I need this to wrap. But Tailwind to the rescue. So let's go flex wrap. I think won't do anything. Correct. And then let's call each of these class equals with full. I think that's what I need to do here. And yes. But also no. Having to space Y2, space 2. Space 2. Hello, everybody. Hey, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. We're here. So just if you're not seeing this, because you may not be in one place, Andrew, our CEO, other Andrew 1.0, Andrew 2.0, I'm not sure. Andrew's just dropping by over on YouTube. So Andrew, we are looking, we're here on DevCycle. We are looking at adding feature flags to new JavaScript framework called AlpineJS. Just came out really recently. And we're just kind of exploring, AlpineJS now, seeing how it works. And just kind of playing around it here while we learn about this. We're also using Tailwind, and we're using Replit as like sort of our go-to for our IDE today, which I think is kind of fun. Also, note to me for later, should we be building a Replit extension? Oh, there's a code formatter. Extension. I'll see if this does in fact prettify my code. Accept permissions. There we go. Prettier will make my life a lot easier. I will feel better prettier in here. Okay. First install prettier. Please refresh your browser window. All right, we're gonna refresh, reload. Did you do anything prettier? Okay. Oh, it did prettify it. Thank you, prettier. Can I do it automatically? Configure, save, prettier, ignore. Doesn't matter. Let's jump back into what we're looking at. So we're looking at AlpineJS. So we did this kind of copy thing. So I just want to show you because it's a little bit nicer looking now in our web view. Yeah, because now I've got the spacing here. So you can see here that with this sort of with that X ref and X model stuff. So here we're tying this input, hello Andrew, into here. So it's wrapping into this text here. And then if I copy this, and you can see here, like that's adding that to the clipboard. So just like really, really simple attributes that allow us to do this. Xcloak, that's going to hide things. This is useful if, say, you have something. So when you refresh, and I don't think it will show because Replit does a pretty good job, but sometimes things will show that you don't want to show, if that makes sense, when you're like doing a page refresh. And so Xcloak hides things. I use that a lot. And then Xignore, prevents something from being impacted by Alpine. So that doesn't matter to you a lot, but it's still kind of interesting. Again, that's it. That is all that AlpineJS is, but there is so much power that comes with this simplicity. Oh, sorry, that's not all. So there's these properties. We'll look at these: refs, watch, dispatch, store, and then we've got like the Alpine data and the Alpine store. We're probably not going to look at these today, just because we don't need to. And I love this documentation. Like, talk about developer experience. This is developer experience. Like, the documentation for this is spectacular. Like, here's the thing that I love. Like, I literally just copy this entire component over to, let me get rid of this stuff. I don't care about this stuff anymore. But yeah, I mean, I do want to keep my message. Get rid of that. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then actually don't need this. I'm going to replace my search with count. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Look at you, Credifier. I love it. And let's refresh here. And so like you can see here, is my button hidden? Yeah, by clicking. So like it just works, right? Like this is so, and it's so easy to understand. Like this is vanilla JavaScript in so many ways, and yet different. And what's great here too is, it's just so easy. It's so, and when you combine it with Tailwind, look, it just makes me so happy. Okay, let's go over to here. So that's like building a counter, declaring data. We kind of looked at that. So it's like these documents just like walk you through. They walk you through everything. Listening for events, right? Like how to build a dropdown. Dropdowns, again, super easy in here. Dropdown. You know what? I'm just going to leave that because nested Xdatas are fine. So like dropdown, done, right? Like just so easy. And you can even define a bunch of items that are, you know what? Let's actually do it. Let's do it. Let's see how easy it is. Let's define items. See who's going to pick this up for me. I'm going to test my JavaScript skills. One, two. I think I'm declaring. And then let's go in here instead of contents. Let's go and use the H4. I think that's right. Template. That. X4 item in items. Okay, that's not what you want. Why am I not seeing what I want to see? What have I done wrong here? That's right. Yes, yes. X data. Colors. Yes. Yes. Did I not declare something the right way? Is it just that the text run? Toggle? Ah, there we go. Ah, I'm doing all three there. Why am I doing all three? What's going on? Am I on 2 and 3? Template item and items. I'm getting item 1, item 2, and item 3. If I do this, I feel like I've done something silly here. Okay, why did that work and mine didn't? Items. 1 item, 2 item, 3. Yes. Yes, that looks similar. Items. Items. Yes, that's fine. That looks like what it should look like. Great. Yeah. Colors. Why is item and items? Let's call this items. Okay, so that did the thing that I needed to do. That's super weird. I don't know why. It might have, oh, maybe I didn't close the template. Is that what it was? Hold on. UL. Oh, add item and items. That's fine. This work now. So like that easy. I don't know. I just love this. I just think this is. I just think this is so much fun. It makes me so happy to play around with this framework. Like it just in so many ways. It's so easy. Okay, let's look at some other stuff. Got X4, X modelable. We looked at that. X transition. Yeah, so like the difference here, like just showing this difference is like you have a bit more control over like actually, so with here, right? It just kind of like shows up and there's no actual transitions there. But if I grab this X transition on the open, okay, and then run this, you're gonna see like, there we go. So like, that's how easy it is to add transitions in here. It just, I don't know, it's just so nice. It just makes me so happy. So we have customization, delay, opacity, scale, origin. Just add all of these transitions and see what happens. Love that. All right, so we got this working. This is good. Let's talk feature flags. So feature flags, if you've never seen one before, feature flags are conditional statements in your code that you generally control with some sort of a config file or some configuration that you have stored somewhere. So and the whole point here is that you don't need to deploy new code in order to change this. So I actually am going to install can I use just environment variables in here? Show hidden files. Config. I don't want that. Big files, replit. Cannot remember how to environment variables in replit. That's what I'm weird. Environment variables. Secrets. Managing secrets. Tools. Okay, there should be a secrets thing there. That's a lot. secret. Okay, and I see that my secrets pane, which don't have secrets because they're statically hosted. Oh, I don't need to know that. I know what statically hosted is. I wonder if I can just add environment. Should I have done this as environment? I mean, we can just declare it as a variable, but it doesn't really. I mean, it'll work. If it's just the wrong, well, maybe I will. So I do want to show you how this works. Let's get a new REPL. JS. I mean, I guess it has to be. React JavaScript, no. Node.js beta, Lua, Go, Flask, Dart. So just like JavaScript extension, auto refresh. Oh, we got battle snake, starter snake. Love that. Is there an AlpineJS? Just go Node, I guess then. All right. Yeah, do I get secrets now? Yeah, I get secrets now. Hey, welcome. If you're just coming in, we are exploring AlpineJS. I'm using Replit. I don't want to. We can do it in here too. Static HTML, and Node.js. Express public folder, an HTML file to it, express path. Good Lord, that's intense to get a static site going. All right, we're not going to do that. Can we reference config stuff? Probably. Probably going to end up doing that. All right, so let's go in here and let's actually go into our outside X data. And we're just going to define a new let's call it toggle feature. And we're going to set it as false. Great. That's fine. Nothing else matters there. So now let's go down here and we're going to make our toggle list / our toggle all together button toggle feature. We're going to do this as xshow equals toggle feature. Is that what I called it? What are you hiding? Toggle feature. Yes, toggle feature. So I might actually move that toggle feature X data a little bit further away. Here. Okay, let's save that. Well, okay, so you see here that this is now off. So we have in here our logic here, this xshow logic is basically saying that if toggle feature is true, show it. And if toggle feature is false, don't show it. So if I change the logic to not like toggle feature is false and run this, we should be seeing toggle feature. Because I have that. No. Okay, why are we not seeing this now? Xshow. Yes, that's right. Open toggle. Toggle feature. out. What is our error in here? Tailwind should not be used in production. That's fine. Toggle feature is not defined. Yes, it is. Oh, that's why. Because I just defined it in there. So one thing with these nested, let's just do it on that data on the body. There we go. All right. So toggle feature is false, and now it's showing it was false. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with statically hosted sites. So, and I think this kind of actually speaks to the value of like a feature management platform, even for small projects, actually. So if I'm using like Node.js, right, I can have an env file, like something like that file that I can change without having to put things into production. Like I don't have to push new code, like to change my env file. I can do that without kind of making any changes. With a static site, it's really hard to do that because you're never talking to a server. It's statically hosted. So like, I don't even know, like what are alternatives? Alternatives to env file for static. Excuse me. Use environment variables, .env files, SSR a node, create a new config.js in, oh, that's interesting. Do you need Axios though? Is Axios built in? Create a new config.js file, window define. Okay, I mean, we can do this. Let's try this. I don't actually know if this will work. I'll put it in my script.js and bring that back. Did I get rid of it? Okay, let's bring it back. Yeah, I'm not getting any errors. Okay, so let's go in here now and let's do what they're recommending over here. Find that my app API URL. And okay. No errors there yet. That's fine. Wasn't expecting any. Okay, it's the same. Does you can have new notes maps and naming later. Load the config file in here. You did that. Now you can use the value in your code. Axios. I feel like Axios is used. Axios not built. No, just for Node.js. Axios alternatives. What is an alternative for? Yeah, I don't care about that anymore. Website, stuff and files, yeah. 20. Build React app, adding static site, possible guidance. What's your finish? And file. Console log. No, I don't want to do that. I guess there really is no way to do this. Oh, this is a Kinsta thing. Show window. Window and the index and API endpoint, but debuffs, yeah. It's like the joy of programming is really just searching to see if things are possible. Environment. Setting script. Goodness. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. Better examples. Builds, production. I feel like there should be a way to do this. You know what's great actually is that there is a better way to do this because you have the ability to use something like DevCycle to do this. So let's actually do this through DevCycle. Okay. Yes, that's wild. I guess, I mean, in fairness, probably, you know what, I could define, hold on. Drop down. Yeah. Okay, so like let's look at how we can do this with just define this over in here. So here we got Java. We got this index.js file over here. Let's Alpine init. Yeah. Alpine. Let's define this as. And then that. Oh, this is in this one. Hold on. I don't want this anymore. Okay, let's go over here. Let's pump this in here. Got a feature flag. And let's call this, what was the feature flag that we called over here? Let's remove toggle feature from our body. Here, toggle feature false. Feature flag. Now in here, we can define this as feature flag of the data. I think. Okay, I need to get rid of my console. This is something. Close it that way. Settings. DOM. That's what I want to do. Open, close, float, tabs. Add pane. No. Close, float. Why am I not even? Pane. Insert right. Oh, web view. There we go. We're back. But I don't want the console anymore. Okay, so now, good, that's fine. Toggle is there. Okay, so we're going to say if toggle feature is true, then show the toggle. Great. And so now if we change it over here, so this is basically, if you are like base level feature flag here, like let's assume, oh, sorry. No. All right, so here we're actually changing our sort of this script file. So like consider this to be kind of our config file. So let's just rename it config. Rename config.js. And let's hide those hidden files again. And let's go back over here. I'm going to rename this to config.js. Config.js. And so like this is kind of the base way that a feature flag would work in here, is just kind of going in here. And now I can go to my config.js. I can change this to true. So now it's working. Awesome. All right. So now let's see what this looks like with DevCycle, or a platform like DevCycle. I actually think it's going to be much easier than even the built-in feature. So we're going to quick start. We're going to create. I need to keep this does it toggle project. I guess so. Does it toggle? Care about that. Okay, about that. Okay, create a feature. Let's call this. Let's do a release feature. Let's call this toggle or drop down, I guess. Key drop down, Boolean. Yes, create. And I mean, you can do this all with the CLI as well. I'm just not doing it today because I'm not using VS Code. Awesome. So we got a drop down true false. So let's look at adding this into a project. JavaScript client. Hiding. Okay, I don't want to do that. I'm going to call it in through my CDN. Okay, so here we go. This is using the CDN for the DevCycle client. So let's go here, because we're all about CDNs today. So we got AlpineJS, we've got that in there now. Amazing. Great. So now sample usage import. So we got to define a user, our let DevCycle. Okay. Define all of this stuff over in drop down false. Let's just copy all of this. Over into our config. This is our config feature flag. I'm gonna delete that for now. But let's see what we got going on here and what I need to update. Okay, constant user ID, like DevCycle client. Back over here. Okay, I need to go to the docs. Just in case. JavaScript translation. See, getting started. User options doesn't client. And dude is not set to true. So let's just actually define these in here. Okay. I actually don't know this yet. Are you giving me an error? Expected? No, this is not TypeScript. Extra closing brace. What? So there is a config at 1.8. There's an extra closing brace after the constant DevCycle to fix this, remove the extra closing brace. Oh, look at that. It's giving me a recommendation. Okay. I still think that's going to throw an error. User, login with debug, replace initial DevCycle, CDN. All right, so I'm using CDN. Okay, I'm going to grab my client key. Keys are over here. I can literally, as long as I'm in the right place, JavaScript client, development. Okay, and don't worry about this key because I will share it again. Or I'll upload it afterwards. All right, are you throwing errors? It definitely are throwing errors. What do we get? No. Yes. Let's see it. Expect identify error. Config. Feature flag is not defined. This is inside. Just because it's inside. Yeah, there we go. Now it's less unhappy with me. You can actually just make sense. Let. And you can do in there. Well, feature is not defined. I guess it's because I'm just doing like JS inside there. I think so, actually. We'll figure this out. Right. Okay, how are we using this? So here, we also do this stuff. Grab that. DBC options, yes. Initialization options. Cycle initialize, which is callback. It's variable, DevCycle client. This is where. Yeah, okay. So this is where I actually need to variable. That's why. Okay, hold on. I need to pull this all out of here. That's tracking better. Makes sense. This is obviously this is all about AlpineJS, so that's fine. So then here let cons, because so you can mix and match it. After Alpine is initialize cons user. Okay, DevCycle client, cons variable, DevCycle client, new variable key. Okay, my variable key was dropped down. I want to be set to all users to variation off. Where's my key? Drop down. Okay. call it over here? It was called, because we're getting here, is toggle feature. So let's change this over here. Call this toggle feature. Okay, so DevCycle's talking to it here. It does a toggle, repcode dev tools, get caching. Are you throwing errors now, or is it just warnings? Toggle feature not defined. It is defined now. Okay. Close dev tools. Oh, default value should be false. Okay. Okay. So we've got our variation on, variation off, true, false. It should be serving variation off. All users should be getting serve variation on. Okay, let's save it. Maybe that's what it was. I haven't saved yet. If I console log this. See here, then games after argument list. Run that. Okay, it's good. False, good. Everything should be getting false. No. Should be getting variation on. All users variation on. DevCycle user, DevCycle client, const DevCycle client, variable value dropdown, default is false, console log variable value dropdown should be that client key. Do we have the right key? Okay. Client development. Make sure I have the right key here. Let's see if I got this right. Inside user, DevCycle async. Maybe it's an async in there. Oh, you know what I think it is? Hold the phone. I think that there's a typo. Might have identified a typo here. No, it's just me. Run. DevCycle failed to get config, failed to get SQ. Okay, is there an error here? Run, fresh. False. False. Okay. DVC client. Great place. Code sample. Using C. Development transfer account. Yes. 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 If I change it to false for everybody. Okay, good. Things changed, which is what I wanted to happen. If I run this now, so that's returning false. Why? Drop down show. Maybe it is false. No, it should be true. Alpine is admitted. It's my user. Set it to debug. Const variable. Default value. Key. Just drop down. Call back. You can make the servers. Get it started. Const. You got any ideas here, chat? Let me know. Okay, that's right. User DVC options. Yeah, that's what I don't know. I don't want to change it. Yeah, because I bet you if I change this to true, that shows true every time. Or not? Now it's setting it to true all the time. Now if I set it back to false, I guess I can just... Oh. Wow. I'm having a day, folks. So now it's getting that. Okay, false. What is it set out over here? Set as true. Development environment. Chat, what am I missing here? This is definitely me doing something silly. I wonder if it's updating over here. Let me... This is probably just my terrible understanding of JavaScript. So it's showing it's false. Should be showing all users variation on. Drop down. This is drop down is variable key. Okay. All users. Does it toggle? Yes. Got the right key in there. I mean, I can try changing again. This was an issue for me last time, actually. Pretty sure it's the right key. Yeah, this is the right key. User DVC options, my user. I mean, maybe it's no, it should definitely be doing this. All right, so that's fine. Console log, DVC client, data feature flag, just no variable value, drop down. False. That's not. What's going on here? Usage. Yeah, on client initialized then. Maybe this is it? Using variable values. Oh, let's do that. It's just not updating. Hello. Okay, now console log the result of that. Interesting. So I guess I just had to wait. Okay, so that's what it was. There's this on client initialize that I hadn't accounted for. So that's an interesting. Do we provide? I guess we must provide that. I swear. So you have to wait for the features. I don't think you have to, but I think in my context you do. Okay, well, either way, should now be updating over here. So if I refresh this, okay, that's showing up as false. So I wonder if I need to do the same thing in here. First it's set to false over here. Should be getting true. Okay, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm actually just going to set. Console. What's wrong with the format? I don't think there's any formatting wrong. I think that's fine. Use. So it's trying to pull this. Where's that? So just image level is not defined. Yeah. Okay, so console log true, that's fine, so it should be coming out as. So that's fine, but now I need to send something. I need to be able to reference that in here. Window. Show the bit state. Timer counter init this. Destroy. Magic properties. No. How do I reference? That stuff. Maybe I can't. That's part of the point here. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to. Hold on. This is a terrible workaround. Dispatch event. Dispatch event. Shouldn't need to do that though. I should be able to pull from Can I reference anything from outside of that Alpine data? Like, can I? I don't know if I can. So I'm adding the event listener. I'm listening for Alpine init, and then I'm doing all this stuff. Console logging that. I don't think I should have to be doing the browser event or anything. This is a JavaScript thing, more than it's a DevCycle thing, excuse me. Final client initialize, let that equal that. Oh, you know what? Of course. Hold on. What's there? Let's go cause. Okay, that's fine. Is that right? Somebody that's on chat, tell me. I feel like that is not there. No, I'm not using that. This could be. Also, that doesn't mean it's in there anymore. Okay. Bring all that back out there. Okay. So we got that. Right, let's see. Do I need to ask that? Let's say, how can I reference DevCycle result inside of Oh, really? Cons. Okay, that's fine. So I should be able to call it in there, right? So this should be working. Did I change anything in there? Okay. Feature flag is not defined. Listener. Yeah, I feel like that's not what we should be doing. AI. But I believe that's what you were telling me to do. Yeah, you're telling me to put that in there on initialized, and then to do that. I mean, variation should be on. So I'm doing something here. So it is setting that as true. It's console logging the right thing. But you're pulling in here. DevCycle result is not defined. I guess that tracks. I do understand that. Because all of this stuff is happening inside of here. Thermal beach was not defined. DevCycle result. What if I move all of this inside of there? Is that right? Yes. Expected token. So I can't do that anymore. It's fine. So I feel like there's something that I'm missing here. Store. Not bind. So it is working here. So we've got our event listener. We're doing this. This is all working. This is all working. We're console logging the right result. And then Alpine data feature flag is setting it as this. Experiencing JavaScript, I think. Wait, this is false. undefined. Console log. DevCycle result. Something happened there. We're getting something. Okay, you're showing it's undefined. I'm not getting an error there anymore, which is nice, right? Now we are getting an error. But your DevCycle result is not defined. Can't read. Local variable. Content unstore group of data. Yes, data pushing. This data push. Yes, yes. Store. What are we looking for here? Ba-ba-ba. All right, let me try something over here. See, it's probably something silly. You know, I'm just over at my other window. I'm putting this into ChatGPT, trying to reference in the scope outline, declare it inside an asynchronous callback. Right, there we go. Scope, okay. Feature flag, Alpine, init. All right. Okay. Okay, so I was, this is the thing, right? Is like I was doing this exactly backwards, which is not surprising. So, okay, that's fine. And then net. So we looked at this in net, but I was doing it backwards. Put it here. Oh my God, of course this makes sense. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. This tar feature. Don't need to tell that now. Run. It's going to take a second. Fresh. Feature flag. Okay, you're going to work it fine. Okay, that's fine. We got that. Okay, so we got, oh, false. Okay, so I don't know if you see what I did here, but I was doing it backwards. I was trying to declare all of this stuff, which totally makes sense. I was trying to declare all of this. and then put it into the toggle feature, but I needed to declare the toggle feature before, and then I was able to initialize all of it. Let me prettify. Does that do anything? Not really. Okay, so basically what I did here, right? So I initialized this, I defined this feature flag data, setting the toggle feature, then I'm in this init, which I mean, it did, in fairness, like it did actually tell me to do that in here, but I was doing it, what was that? Something on it. I talked about this init here, and I just was not fully understanding this. So declare it here, then with the init, and so then we can grab the user, the options, then we can do this, then the async, do all this in here. So that was the big thing that I was missing there, was just I was putting things in the wrong order, which again, I think speaks less to the difficulty it does. So here's the thing. So let's go over and save here. And let me remove this here. And I want to show you something. Okay, so let's over here, go to web view, refresh this. Okay, so toggle is showing up here, right? So let's remove our dev tools. Okay, so now if we go over the DevCycle platform, and I'm actually gonna smaller so that I can pull this over here. So I want to show you that like we're changing our variation on to off, and it should actually update over here in real time too. We should see, maybe not, but if I refresh this, it's going to be gone. Yeah. So I think this is something to do with Replit, but this all actually does happen. Oh no, it's because I don't have the on update happening. So I can actually do on update, which is described right here on client initialized update. Yeah, so you can actually set this here, this on update. And I might actually be able to do it over here. I understand what's going on. DevCycle on initialize then. If I define my variable, let's pull this back in here. JavaScript SDK usage. Okay, so how did I do this in here? DevCycle client, there's that. This toggle feature. Okay. This toggle feature on update. Let's see everything I'm getting here. This toggle feature on update is not a function. it doesn't define this variable. Oh, doing this thing again. All right, so let's go. Okay, let's go here. Actually, I don't know. Variable. Okay, on update, this toggle feature should work without causing an error. No. This variable, this toggle feature. Variable on update is not a function. Hold on. Oh. Identify a variable has already been defined. Where do I define variable? Oh. Okay, that error is gone. Okay, good, good, good. This toggle feature, yes, yes, yes. Why? Toggle feature. There we go. All right, so here you go. Here it is in real time. Like here's a real time update. So this is basically, I realized that this took us a lot longer than it probably should have to get here, but we got here at the end. So here you go. Here you can see we're defining this toggle feature that we have here. We got our init. We're grabbing our user information, which you can define however you want. We're initializing our DevCycle. We're defining this variable on update. We're getting information on client initialize. We're also getting this. This should actually read first. Okay, and then I wish I could link this, but it's not going to work. So basically, anytime that I change here now, it's going to update in real time. I can turn that feature on or off. And I think that's pretty freaking cool, actually. Like, I'm pretty impressed with how that worked. Yeah. Yeah, and then, like, you obviously have lots of extra layers that you can go in there as well. But, like, I think that gives you a pretty cool idea. We can also actually... Like, let me show you one more, because let's actually do a variable, like a different kind of variable in here. So let's go add variable, text color, text color. Let's do this as a string, version on red, blue, variable. Okay, because now we've got all this defined in here. So we've got our DevCycle client, drop down. That's fine. That was good. Let's just change this in here. Text color. Red. Default. Text color, text color. Let's grab the word value, text color. Red, okay. Text color, text color. Okay, awesome. So we got that stuff in there. That's fine. I don't care about that. And now let's go into our HTML again. Let's do a class for the color of this. So we have it set as like this red color here, text red. So we're actually going to do class equals, and we can do text color. Red. You. Okay, and then let's grab red. Okay, so let's go here. Text. Okay, so now that should go that way. Text color. Yes, run. Okay, so now it's grabbing nothing error. Red is not defined. Red is not defined. String. Okay. So why is this text blue? It's because over here we've defined our variation off as blue. This should actually be receiving on right now. So let's see what that's actually returning. Okay, what is text color? Thing, no, it should be red. Text color is false. Text color. Okay, that's good. So it's not here in that text color. We're going to define over here. Text color is my variable. It's a string red blue. Red, so initialize there. Variable is that. If DevCycle variable value drop down. Text color. Okay. Done text color, that's fine. Run. So that's returning that. Text color is red up there. Initialize. Just going to get rid of this because I've already got the error stuff in there. Because I can't remove everything. What did I do? Let's call it text callout. Okay, so that's reading as false now. That's fine. Variable on update value. That's a. Okay, so we're just going to define the color, const color, view, update, drop down. Color from there, drop down from there. Okay, good. All right, good. False should be my default. We're grabbing DevCycle client, const color, drop down. Okay, drop down on update. It's text color, variable value text color. But you haven't saved it up here. Have it. There we go. All right, so you can see here. So now we've actually got the data coming in here. And so with this, actually this, so now it should say the red in the toggle is in the on mode. So it should be red in toggle with variation on, and then blue if it's off. So let's change this to off now. Oh no. All right, there we go. Right, see, so blue. And I can even go as much as like I can disable, like I can remove certain things if I want to. So if I wanted to like remove like the underline, stuff like that. But again, this is in real time. Oh, CPU at limit, really? Goodness. Yeah, but you can see here. So like that's kind of the process of adding it in here. So not actually that hard. It is more just me like learning to understand AlpineJS, but like this is a pretty straightforward way actually to kind of get in here and yeah, and to add that sort of config file that's not just sort of some vanilla JavaScript, and now you can control it from here and real-time updates. So yeah, again, I love AlpineJS. I'm actually learning to love it more as I'm sort of now I'm getting it a little bit more, and this is all making sense. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, definitely go and check it out. It's at alpinejs.dev. Really cool, definitely worth checking out. So again, head over to AlpineJS, check that out. If you haven't checked out Tailwind CSS, head over to tailwindcss.com to check that out. And if you haven't heard of Replit, head over to replit.com to check that out. All very cool. And if you haven't heard about DevCycle, head on over to devcycle.com to check that out. So I think we're a little over 2 hours now. I think that's where we're going to call it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was interesting to you, because sort of seeing how to use AlpineJS to kind of add a feature flag to a project. And yeah, we'll be back again in a few weeks. We'll be doing a stream live next week as we're at KubeCon. So stay tuned for another one of those streams. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And we will see you around the DevCycle community. Bye-bye.